think the answer that they've fixed what went wrong in the game before where they had this Lina versus Magnus. I think Extreme, they tried to cover the heroes that we saw, especially at TI, that were problem for Magnus, the Undying and Rubik. That was the that PSG.LGD did to deal with that Magnus spirit. But I think that LGD, they've covered themselves having a secondary kind of hero that pops off and goes absolutely crazy, that isn't as volatile as perhaps Tusk that can scale super hard, but we'll see how it all goes down. Because I think if things get a little crazy late game, as wait for that.
What you were talking about earlier, if you send all of the heroes down bottom to try and cut trees and they show up before you.
When you're playing versus Protector, this is the specialty. People look at your pubs. You're in the safe lane, everyone go down, 5-man that lane, it's never gonna work. Pubs. But you want to cut down these trees, you want to try to set yourself up for the successful lane. But going back to what I was saying, I think if they can cause enough havoc and get to like super late game, perhaps that's where this Invoker and Magnus and Drow can scale really hard. But then you're also playing versus. And I like the point that T made about the repositioning. Drow, not the same as the Morphling, where it's like RP hits and the Morphling is just top of the target already.
Right.
Drow is a lot more difficult to be able to get that positioning. If you look at the bans from LGD, they took out Void, they took out Slark, they took out Morphling, they took out all these heroes that can jump and follow up with the Magnus to burst and kill. For me, I think LGD have fixed a little bit of a problem that they had. That first. Let's see how it goes, because GT, he was a boss on the Magnus, can he do it again?
Right, and you're saying he can do it again in terms of finding those perfect initiations, but it might not be there to back him up with it. That is also somewhere where, kind of the Invoker can catch back up in the late game as well. Because if you find a big RP, if he has a refresher even on the mag, then you're starting to think about Cataclysm plays, things like that. But, I mean, there's just something about nothing to say, Tinker,
Yeah.
Think back to Game 3 of TI-10, how much he was able to get, and they even made a little special SFM about him. This guy is something special when it comes to this hero.
And he's got great tools around himself with it. The Brewmaster in particular, you're able to just support on these brew. So you're going to put so much pressure on map. But see how the league goes as well, too. This can sometimes be a pretty difficult one for the... See how pop
So it's going to be interesting to watch because, this is the thing that's interesting, right? Is in these Game 3, obviously not as high stakes as like the matches that we saw last night out of Europe, where it's you're not going to the major. But it could be one of those things for this team. We sometimes see these games going later, and so we're thinking about like, okay, what's the late game fight's going to look like and all the rest of that. If LGD just kind of stomp coming out of the lane, it might not matter anyway.
Yeah, it might not be able to get to that point. I'm going to keep looking at mid because the reason I'm talking about this Invoker versus Tinker match is a lot of these heroes you pick when you have the when you see the Tinker, you're to CS and last hit with some stuff when you get Lizard. Invokers can't do that. Your mana pool is quite limited. You can just do Tornado every single time. It gets kind of difficult for them.
Right. You get the constant spam coming. Of course, we'll have that bottle red paparazzi going to be trying to do some room.
Not for the likes of you.
Yeah, already the Knight's coming out, nothing to say, ready to full advantage.
Yeah, I mean, you save him and then just deny. Just Tornado get last. Look at the man pool for paparazzi. So completely home. Thing to say he's got a bottle already. Unless we get a lot of help for paparazzi.
God, yeah, this is really tough. 4 versus 7-0, and those levels so important for both playing this Quas Wex. He's gonna need to make stuff happen.
Yep. So looking at these side lanes also, Shiro is crushing it out already 12 and 5 versus Magnus. But similar concept of last time, where there's going to be repositioning under tower and stuff like that, but they've gone for more type of scaling coming from their 5 position. They have the tree in particular, which we've seen with Lina. It's the end all be. Absolute best. The Undying is still good to be able to scale because how super boost on is, but I mean, trade, we've seen it broken. Armor to the Lina, you have so much potential, and you have late game with over.
All things fall.
Of course, if you're standing still, if they've got one control in that overgrowth, Tinker, they will rip you to shreds, and already sit in top of those CS charts.
That should help.
Some movements around eventually, but like you talked about, the movements in towards mid, it could be a little bit tough because you've got the Undying, right? Like, what's he gonna do? Drop it to his Is it gonna be Nick?
It's gonna have to be Rubik, who kind of like looks to make moves around the mid lane. Or in potentially try to go. Lane's really in favor of the side of PSG.LGD. We are seeing top getting slowed down a decent amount, but that'll start getting better for the Brew. They're playing versus Undying, so they're always.
Yeah, they have gotten some denies out there trying to force him back, but you can see that Hoodwink almost as may last his feeling like that hero could be honest. For Planet, he's been able to have pretty good impact. Team number 1 is obviously a little bit marked with the, but set up for some amount of success here. Yeah, he's actually able to recover from that early tough start pretty well.
5 to 60.
He's out. Will get the denies and save that to made worth.
Need it.
Stuff. This guy does play Invoke quite well.
Yes.
UIW for Lift. Trying to get
Certainly
some
not.
separation there between him and Hero, and will be able to do just that. But this pull on somewhat uncontested is Planet chasing back UI. Can't do it.
Top lane will start better and better. Still not easy, of course. Though Ghosts will be able to have this total free farm. It seems. These levels. What matters?
Likely gonna be able to set up for an kill, but hey! Why? Barely living through that one.
And it's playing extremely aggressive. That DY has a suicide or walk back to base. Moment where he can try and get a little bit of pressure on the some time though. Small Saders.
Come on, guys. Take me out now.
He's like, I'm going to the hard camp. It's
done
taking
with
way too long. Come here, big Sader. Oh, it's something in
Oh my god. Body blocked by the small.
20 seconds. Gone, and they are making for lane. UIW what does want to head out for this 6 minute. Maybe go for a kill. They have the earn finished pop out these. Try something done.
It actually matters that it took a little while for him dying. They could have maybe had him come in from 2. Be up in time, maybe to just be in though.
But yeah, they really will just send the Tinker back to base. PSG.LGD, they're like, alright, they bring 3 heroes. Let it.
Down behind a fusion rune, but with the tombstone down, Planet gonna be chased, gonna get punched. Zombies going after him, and UI. That's first blood in 6 minutes.
Full rotation.
Still standing tall in that bottom. Hero has got away with another Lena pick, which we talked about, but next pull behind the tower to secure some last hits for himself.
Getting the earn chart are very important. Paparazzi have these potential patients, potential. But still top of net worth.
I feel like it's going to be one of those moments where this Quaswell's Invoker, he has to get active around the map, make this happen.
Yes, I think if you submit, you're just going to ban from the rockets and spin. They did, so the other move that I did immediately, after he gets the kill, immediately walks into Ancients and tries to block them, because that's the strat, of course, with Tinker. You get these crazy stacks up so that they're able to... It's instantly dewarned. They've taken care of that on this.
Radiant's top
stacks
tower is under attack.
Stack Sheriff also getting a couple there in his own. They're building up to have this dual core be incredibly strong. Have to imagine that, considering they are trying to block out these on the screen, they're going to probably get some vision down there and try and contest. Just go to try and get.
So Ghost. Great amount of damage onto this group.
Pretty nice right there. And pull back. This rotation from Paparazzi going to be another earn charge picked up for him.
It's the way he's got to be pretty active. He's queued up the Midas. Let's be able to get that escape potential, as we know, streaming and trying to. This is that kind of work this game like they did last time.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
No, DY. Oh, that's a tombstone here. Why? Plan shows up, but goes nearby. This is actually kind of interesting because vision over all these stats. Kill before his 6 and Planet. They get he cancels his TP. They realize now that they can maybe go on to him. Goes here. Not Pigeon. Paparazzi.
Middle tower
It's a
is under
huge
attack.
moment for XG. That's to say, yeah, there, but it's not going to happen. They kill all DY now. They have a pretty nice little window here.
Radiant's middle tower
Amy.
is under attack.
I mean, putting so much emphasis on making sure that Paparazzi has its explosive start. I don't think they can steal too many of these stacks. I don't think they can steal any at all. Rotation stuff. It's beautiful. I love the Ghost even getting walking here with Paparazzi. Have to make sure that they enable this and have this happen.
And obviously, you would love. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Level 6. He's got to run. And goes to move in. Yeah, DY can just force it back. I mean, I think that it's kind of like imperative that LGD finish off these stacks. Like, I'm stolen. How bad is that?
It's completely detrimental to the Tinker. They have to do it. Okay, smokes up. Trap. Smoke. Let's laser it. Of course. And that's going to be it. We'll have protection. But a really good early game for Extreme. 5-1. Magnus is farming bottom. Drow's having farm and Invoker's getting these really nice plays.
They're trying to show up, and it looks like they are going to be a little bit late to make this play onto the Ancients. They drop another Tombstone.
They're going to be able to take the hard camp, though.
Yeah, this is really good.
This
So
is huge.
XG, they don't manage to shut down the Ancients, but they do move on in, take the hard camp. Blink is done for Tinker, but this would have been another huge boon for him.
This is massive, though. Huge deny away from that Tinker. They're still level 600 masters, so PSG can't contest it.
This is the thing, right? It's a scary strat on LGD. Get out of there.
Nice.
Dire's middle
The
tower
second
is
that the
under
brew
attack.
hits stance, he shows in lane and just instantly deep. XG, they're playing this early game near perfect.
Well, this is what I was going to say. That it feels like, obviously, LGD's strat is incredibly strong. They got a ton of damage potential for it and like early scaling potential with game scaling. But it also, you know what they're going to do. You know those stacks are going to be there, and Extreme have put forward the perfect answers.
Yeah, and theirs is going to be a bit more up to execution on the side of SG, but we saw able to get that execution last time with this. So, looking good for them. Still, even at 6-1, we are seeing with the way that PSG.LGD is set up lanes, they still actually are slightly.
Radiant structures
Catapult
are
does some extra
fortified.
damage. UI tries to off of his tier 1. It won't happen,
Dire's
and in
top
fact,
tower
moving
is
in
under
and having
attack.
level 6.
Oh, he missed the bush. No.
Oh, DY gets the TP out of there. Sneaky.
Got him. Trying to get some push of their own on XG, but the reverse Tinker Tree, not easy.
God, this is gonna be so annoying to play against.
They've done these great
Dire's
moves
top
early
tower
game though, so they've
is
set themselves up for success to be able to try to
Dire's
catch
middle
Tinker and
tower
get this
is
young
under
Corrupti.
attack.
It's done, so we're the constant threat of them still getting that cataclysm definitely nothing to say.
That is huge. No mana. And oh, this is the one shockwave. JT, he has that mech, but already using the score. That was such a big moment for them, and it doesn't look like it's going to end up well. Okay.
The RP can survive. It'll work.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They decide to come back in more. Tinker went in, so yeah, just going to be able to get that lift up and then return. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You grew up with IRP.
Invisibility.
Oh, he's gonna go down, just not use it.
Can't believe how close that was to go.
That should help.
Very excellent shot with grab does now.
There with the tombstone. DY has been getting so much done on this Undying.
And they get that tornado skewer. Great aggressive move though. Continue to make these early rotations, making space for the Drow.
Dire's
Of course,
top
5k
tower
net worth.
is under attack.
Brewmaster far behind, not even so far from SG.
At this game, feels like it's at very least it's not going to be decided in that early timing that we're talking about, where you just get early crashing out from that. But probably around this next set of items, we're gonna see some more fighting going on. GT has already finished off the mech like we talked
Radiant's
about.
middle
And
tower
almost
is under
definitely
attack.
tired.
Yeah, he's huge. They had stacks also set up for him. Yeah, they're gonna start finishing them up. Ancient back still. Pushing towers though is gonna be the difficult.
Dire
They can look to
are
take
scanning.
fire early on, especially with the blink, but at least towers versus tinker versus tree. They have to get the tinker if they want to go for it. Still 7-1, and now they've gotten the plain gold. Now blink, maybe kills, and then go for tower push.
Problem is still going to be how do you find that. I mean, it's sort of weird. It feels like at some point you might even like try and use that cataclysm and just use it for vision potentially, even if you know that Tinker is somewhere. But it's so quick at being able to out after that it doesn't matter.
It's mostly about just the tornado. He has to leave the tornado. Blink dagger on JT.
Word over here is off planet.
Shiro though.
Whoa, big find. And Shiro is trouble. The shockwave pulls it back in. A couple more punches. Tornado lift up, discovering the armor. Is it any damage? Take it off. And yeah, will drop. Paparazzi turn together with the rest, so to get that kill. He's going in biz. Up there. JT pops that mech too.
Gutsy. In the way, the snipe. Big snipe. Catches planet almost. Paparazzi.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The RP, I just keep warding. It's gonna be taken away, but worth it. They get the kill onto the,
That's a, I mean, you can see, nothing to say. You can feel the sort of power of stealing those stacks away from them. Now, a little bit below that Invoker, the net worth and having the Midas done. But it's still very much that Lena to take that runaway petulant, shutting her farm. Moment.
Yeah, I'll just you being getting a little bit of maybe almost the same, which is set for Robert. Gee, they have a great idea. They definitely have planned out this timings early in the early game in their heads, and they're executing very far.
Radiant's bottom tower
Had a lot
is
of
under
reserve
attack.
time for that little second.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Playing around this Invoker, tornadoes have been very clutch. Outside
Dire's
of LG,
structures are fortified.
I mean, the story
Dire's
remains the
middle
same.
tower
Defend
is under
towers,
attack.
try and move in the pit whenever you need to.
Radiant's
and
bottom
get
tower is
Hero
under
as
attack.
strong as you can possibly get.
Taking objectives is going to be the, at least for me for XG, how
Dire's
they're going to be
middle
able to
tower is under
towers.
attack.
It's going to have to be out of some big fights. Barati, travel bots. Bot Midas, he's going to be able to move around the map and follow this taker.
Works down to both teams. Trouble drops his tombstone. That sets up for these fights coming out of that fight. Planet drops. Goes to the one that gets the last touch. DY. Oh, whew. Yeah, that Tinker is going to be a scary all game.
Taking up that ward right away. Moving as they could, still keeping themselves up with this. Impressive.
Still seeing Alina top of the net worth knocking with wow.
Yeah.
Hasn't been able to find any place in this game, it feels like.
It's not the easiest one for him, because when he commits, we see now how much they're able to disengage from it, right? They pop an RP, and it's this
Could be a big storyline for this game is down to mid plays
Dire's
happen on this
bottom
group.
tower is under
Headed to some more
attack.
gold.
Radiant's top
Wonder
tower
what he's
is
even
under
gonna try and
attack.
get to his scale.
Radiant are scanning.
The plus side, of course, is that you're going to still see probably have a really good game. Split out the map, try and keep powers alive.
They've given him so much farm priority. He's showing about his blink. It'd be pretty big for them to get the jumps forward to catch where this draws position.
Radiant's bottom
Didn't
tower
find
is
it.
under attack.
UIW going to get dropped in a moment. Find another kill defending their tower.
Getting closer to the big explosive as the Shivas. He now has to rearm too, so through split, he can E on and constantly look for things around the map also. Keep on. paparazzi, but I just settle for the fight.
And does get the tombstone on the set of the high ground. Staying alive there. Should be able to shoot him down to death, but maybe not. Have the vision. The cloak.
I mean, the cloak DY is now saved twice. Damn it. He broke the smoke too. Right? They were actually looking at paparazzi in the middle. They were gonna pull the bit onto him. Twice.
Okay.
It is still, I think, LGD feeling very comfortable positioning, but now has made hero and gonna take that mid
Dire's
tower.
middle tower has
Staying
fallen.
on the objective, obviously, for extreme take any and find a good fight. This defense matrix is gonna also be super annoying to deal with. That status against the map.
Later stage, it's get that. I mean, this is later, of course. We're gonna get to this point though. In this game, it's level 20, right, on the tanker. The defense matrix cooldown reduction are insane points in my opinion.
It's
Thrown out to like 3-4 people in team fights. Everyone's free opportunity. So we're probably gonna get to this point with the way the pace of this game is going.
Radiant's middle
Spamming out
tower
these
is under
lasers.
attack.
Another stack of ancients. Smoke up.
Radiant's
Stream,
top tower
they want
is
to make a
under
move.
attack.
They want to try and get some type of objective, and it's
They're gonna
Roche.
rush. This is nice. Wow. It's gonna die too fast. I think they'll need to make it over there. Yeah, they buy even the charge on the crowd too early.
And there is already the scan and Planet checking it out. Can they get it in time? Why you smile over? Nothing. Primal split, nothing. They're not there, sirs.
Uh-oh. Okay, a little bit awkward there from the Gigabyte.
And I think they can go back in. I mean, the only thing that would have been used is going to be the tombstone.
That's quite a blunder there from PSG.LGD.
That is really rough.
Oh, blinks in and grabs the ace right in front of him. But yeah, I think he can just walk back in. Two ults wasted.
This though after GT, he doesn't want to be the first one to get jumped on.
They're still scared of the spam.
Yeah, that's real.
Okay. He'll have to stick in the area. He's finishing up the Jivas.
I mean, we think again to that Roach fight that we saw, I think it was game number 2 or what have you, where it was XG finding the win, but then LGD coming out on top afterward.
Yeah, you so quickly. You have to be careful. Oh, in fact, you're not going to be able to take advantage of it. Quite nice, I would say, for PSG.LGD. Completely whipping it, not on it. And now Shiva's is done. Explosive damage going to come. Like keep the distance, and he just a couple of these off with rockets. Heroes are just going to detonate.
No pipe yet done on the line.
That should help.
It's going to be a while before anything like that comes up. You can see the UIW and DY both trying to build the arcade.
Another predictive tool though for the Earth. Keeping up with network Lena. Yep.
A little bit better farming across the map. Keep forward.
Looks good. Getting a lot of defense. I mentioned the I also found a bow, by the way. 15.
Seconds until back up again. JT careful with his here. They run into one. Okay, he blinked in, which has them going for it. Now it's skewered down to the low ground. DY is already thrown out. Zombie house. How can they get out okay on LGD? Ghost looking to chase this down a bit. They smoke forward. Want to find a couple. Why you smile in trouble? Sunstrike. That's going to be enough. They go for more.
Look at JT. They're already in the flank position on this Magnus down below.
Brand tries to find it. Young Yu's just going to get the hell out of there.
Oh, they're expecting to run into perhaps the Lena or Tinker right here. Yeah. Go for it.
But that sets up the
Now they should be able to
hop in the ult. He can stay further out.
say they should be able to get it. He is aware of this.
Hero. Old RPUs! To get out of there. BKB run, trying to escape. LSA stolen, but PYW in trouble, trying to get out. Goes up to the high ground, evacuate for XP. Get the hell out of here. Hero tears you apart. And in the end, they're only going to lose the 2 supports.
Oh, a little bit of anti-synergy. RP plus Tornado. Whoops, JT laughs anyway. say whoopsie, but we got the rush. We got the Aegis, and we got out, you know, just losing the support there. So it's considered pretty decent there for XP. Just gotta, yeah. Whoopsie.
That's how it goes.
And important to note also, but Shiro is maxing stun. So we are going to be seeing, you know, we've seen a lot of these Lina just go 1-4 when you are playing versus Rubik. Max stun maybe could be something to get them out. It's almost like we said it every time now, right? Hey, it's important to point it out. Have seen Liquid, right? Liquid in particular, they're the ones that I feel like we find Sania, or it's sometimes just completely desolate games because some people be like, whoops, I maxed the Light Strike already. So we'll have to keep our eyes out to see if that does happen. This spell is crazy.
Particularly with freaking RP in this game.
Yeah?
Like, you get one catch there and suddenly you're just stunned for forever and Ghost is going to go to town. That could be a really rough series of events for him. That to say the danger at this point in time in the game for a BKB next on the Tinker
to protect himself. Tornado, Sunstrike, off the mark.
Want to watch yours grow cold.
Nothing.
Everything's coming together for Extreme. This is a huge game for them.
Yeah.
Radiant's
Again,
top
look,
tower
keep it in
is under
mind
attack.
this sort of series means they're
Radiant
trying to hold off
fortified.
against home, trying
Dire's
to
bottom
come in
tower
their
is under
spot.
attack.
So this can cause crazy tiebreak kind of status to be able to put them toward that top four.
And for Extreme,
Radiant's
I think if
top
LGD
tower
wins
is
and there's some
fallen.
other scenarios, we could have like a 3-1
Right.
kind of style happen. And I think if the other scenario happens, we could have like a 2 or 3 tie for the slot to go
Radiant's
into the major.
top
So yeah,
tower is under
massive
attack.
game really for both sides.
Stone cooldown for the Undying. DY has had a really good game.
Radiant's middle tower is
Yes, he
under
has
attack.
Glimmer, I believe, done too. I think both supports getting close now. The RP gets the front one.
That's decent. Should set up for them to take this tower, although moving into position, the rest of LGD is nearby. Ghost trying to punch away at this. Stone has already been used. The spam is going to come out. Nothing to say. Hard to predict. NATO missed onto 2.
Radiant's middle
Get the tower.
is fallen.
Finally get themselves that go up a little bit. Always on point here with his Magnus.
Play this.
He's played it so much,
I
it feels
know.
like, for them, right? I think he's put it.
In the same area right now is nothing to say. Gets that blink dagger. I'm just trying to find him.
This is his 5th game, yeah.
Alright.
Magnus.
Smile. They're moving on to uh-oh. Time to get out of here. That's already Aegis down. The Trout in a ton of trouble. Goes, pops the BKB, immediately TP's away.
Nicely done. I mean, I think just a BKB. Literally seconds before that comes out, her literally delivered it. Yeah, her just delivered it onto her.
Radiant's
Otherwise, that
bottom
would have
tower
been
is under
perhaps
attack.
just turnaround for PSG.LGD to take over the game. Lucky for just 5 there.
And it only ends up being support going down. Aegis had about a minute left on it at that point.
Damage.
So definitely not the end of the world for Extreme. Showing the danger if you get just a little messed up in the fight.
Literally, does a split-second career. How about 18 though? This drop. He needs to keep up with the same net worth and same level.
And this
Dire's top tower is under attack.
the Scepter next.
All he really has to do is just get the split off to be able to get that that space.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Really tough. 0-3 in front. Wait a minute. Let's see. 2-0 and 8. He's been involved in almost every single kill for them.
I'm assuming that we might see some coming out from the Tinker, but Paparazzi
Dire
did the
are
packs
scanning.
afterwards. Get control, chance to blow up.
Yeah, probably Hex. Hex. I'm still fine with Hex Refresher or Hex Agony. He's got a lot of variety he can go. Hex, I think, is amazing for to catch premium people. Any type.
That is Aeon Disc have a window now where they can punch this brew. God, that feels so
Radiant's
bad for
bottom
him.
tower is under attack.
He's gonna have the tree just jump in and stuff and get the foot off. Otherwise, it's very likely to just die. In here.
Throw it down.
Radiant structures are fortified.
They're so ready.
Radiant's bottom tower
He is so
under
ready for
attack.
that.
Tornado with the just a little bit weird there.
Has fallen.
Has to pop it now. Ghost not popping his own. The jumping up and out and now then he won't be able to BKB out of there. Ghost gets away for a moment, but the overgrowth is there. The save comes out. Yeah, they have enough. Ghost is gonna go down. And yeah, the turn was there.
They were, look how fast they all got. All 5 heroes from MechaniX quickly help out the buddy, and now they'll get through.
Oh, man. That one is frustrating. He moved in, had that mech for the save after the overgrowth, and they already used everything. And now, find another. Pull back on planet. That's going to be another pick-off there. 3 heroes going down.
They are so quick with how they rotated, and the way they like protected each other too. Ghost was patient with his BKB, like pump faking with the root there of the Innocence on a Y, and he still holds the BKB until perfect timing. Then they steal it. So PYW for next fight also has overgrowth with both of these BKBs. XG playing out of the
bottom
lines.
tower
That movement
is
is
under attack.
insane how quick they got on top of pumping up buddy.
Push down this bottom lane now with the Forge Spirits. JT even looking for another hero there. Anybody was coming in.
Dire's
Little bit
top
early
tower
is-
is under attack.
Pro does take a little over, but PYW. I'm gonna go for that overgrowth play. Doesn't look like.
Or staff member takes everything.
One thing that I was gonna say is that when XG show up with Whispers, you can see LGD pull their cores out of the fight. You know, Lena, Tinker, they're not sticking around. I wonder what these fights look like if they are there. They're willing to sort of stand tall as Shiro and stay in the fight. She's getting close to Satanic.
Yeah. Bro, it's definitely gonna be more explosive, but it's really difficult for everything to set.
Yeah.
He pops BKB, has to pop it defensively, and then kind of just has to run. Because if he gets caught, it's the same thing for Tinker. If you get caught by almost any disable, you're just dead. I'm so impressed with how fast they react. And still having that from 1 bottom is pretty much what opened up the opportunity to make sure that they can
Trying to get down here and push out these waves as quickly as possible. Mile nearby him. They are bringing in more heroes.
overgrowth cause problems. Still on the Rubik. Has been stolen.
Dire's middle tower is
And
under
we
attack.
see Paparazzi, level 20's been hit. I mean, his damage is insane as well, too. These aren't active. We have the Chaos Meteor, Max Meteor. Right. Very aggressive jump forward.
Umbra blinks and keeping themselves alive. The rapid coming from Xianyu.
He is deep.
Able to dodge the gust. The ulti gets it off
Radiant's top tower is
Tinker, but the
under
BKB has to run away. Finds JT. Like his big dagger again. Separation. Does have that totem.
They're not finding anything, though. That's a Bruce split in order to get it. XG able to disengage perfect. The story of the game for them. Losing every single battle.
It has been really impressive to watch Extreme Team in this series.
Yes.
They have looked incredibly good at various points.
AT is beast, really. Like he's got RP ready too for this next fight. And there's no Bruce split.
It's done too, so even if they do go into that sheet stick, eventually for the team, it's going to be easy pickets. But there's ward down, rocket spam. Frustrating to play against.
No Bruce split. They're still posturing aggressively in PSG.
He locked down in the same way that JT does. They find Shiro gonna get the lift down to almost nothing. Tries to can't get anything.
Off the BKB to panic, but to get an attack zone.
Taking so long in an XG. They find their window. No Lena for 70. This is set up to be another Roach for them.
Oh my god, it's Spawn's perfect timing. JT, every single time he's finding this Lena.
Unreal. Move in, take out the vision. Ghost ready to go to town. They're gonna see now the Roach is up, and I mean, giving up this second Aegis now, it's so difficult to play against. Why you smile there, but they find Planet instead. Don't get the push back off. They smile with the overgrowth. Tornado goes out just barely off the mark. This is all to try and keep their players alive, but Rose is already down and goes with the Aegis. Man. To find one, he might have healed up a little bit, but eventually does go down.
Just is finding, perhaps looking for a flank positioning on that. XG, making it hard. And he has been so impactful for JT. These team fights, A.K.A. gold lead, they're picking and choosing their battles perfectly. Right. It's just XG.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, this is not the same type of warfare as Paparazzi. Now has to just back away there. Let's walk back up. Look at those stuff. By the way, silence Ghost Scepter though. That'll be enough to keep him alive.
Yeah, and it's not more protectable. They have this invoker who's scaling like crazy. Was going to be a big element to damage. And yeah, eventually can go for like actually like multi-big arms. Everyone just gotta get the game plan for Extreme is coming out again.
Tries to step out and get the TP away. Last second before that pushback came out. Although good damage now onto the Rubik. He's in trouble, but Young, he's in deep.
Seal totem.
He tries to get out of there, but the Meteor just barely away to keep him alive. A bushwhack there on the 2. XG, maybe they've gone a bit too far. Forces BKB. Shiro from the high ground finds the kill. Now was trying to turn to Shiro. They're kind of going in one by one.
Yeah, and I think was that now fun. I think it was. Yeah, Plan was able to take that ammo away from the supports. Gee, this time, some mistakes get finished. One on Lena, Tinker about to hit 20.
Top tower is under attack.
Have the E-Blade done. That's another interesting one, right? Because that's going to do so much damage against the crowd. At least first stat damage. It's really decimator.
He's got 20 now, so we'll be able to have the talents picked up. Keep going. Okay. So, I mean, it's. I guess he just doesn't feel the other one's gonna. I don't know. This one makes his power much better. He's able to just constantly spam harder. So.
Did it not? On the back lines here, see if anybody goes. Oh, slipped in. Oh, man's land. Oh, it's completely isolated. Just down.
There's still a root available too for the BKB.
Careful, DY moving position. The BKB is not even used. The RP connection on the boat. Goes trying to get a little bit of separation. Shiro's still living, but goes right on top of him. A couple more hits. The disarm is out, and they find the kill. Tinker gone as well. They baited out that Aegis perfectly. Why you smile? Why you dead?
JT again. JT and Ghost pairing together, and Paparazzi, the disarm comes in during this attack. They get a single attack on LGD. Thought they had a window there, but quickly gets turned on again. Thank God, JT.
Right here. Finds it off the back. It was actually just the skewer. He didn't even get the RP into Shiro, but it was enough. Too much damage coming out, and yeah, that disarm lasting for
under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Over and over again in these first and third game. JT in particular in Ghost perfect position. Now DD close to last.
Radiant's middle tower
Perhaps to get themselves a Rax here.
Yeah, 5 seconds with no Tinker and no damage about them. If these two heroes are gone,
Radiant structures
nothing.
are fortified.
He's hunting
for a moment there to find somebody, but Glyph will be used. This is tier tower going to drop. Go away at it. Guess what? They find somebody. Tree is gone.
Middle barracks are under
Paparazzi played this game impeccably. 5-0. I want the PSG to perhaps had answers with the way they adjusted their turn, but it doesn't seem like it. It seems like Extreme, with this Magnus versus Alina, they know exactly how to play versus it. It's been them the whole game, just leading the way.
18,000 gold lead. As Tinker responds, they will respect that counterplay that can happen. We'll back out of there. Say still very much a problem if things go south. Agnum Scepter done on the proof. I feel like it's gonna enough. Gigabyte done for the Tinker. Talked about he queuing up the Hex.
If JT keeps finding these jumps, right, even without RP landing the lean, nothing. Putting this lean right into this most uncomfortable position possible, right in the crowd and Boker.
Me about that. So think of all this little poke. Got me grasp everything from her. Get a little acorn shot bouncing around. He doesn't have a BKB. Got forced down in a blink. And this Lotus is doing a lot as well, but
positioning that he's able to line up there. Now having to giving up that rush, picking up the Aegis these 2 times has been very detrimental for the XG. One dictating every
bottom
fight,
tower
like
is
except for
under
the
attack.
little slip up, everything there went. Actually, just gonna go Octave. More spells spam.
clean hands down bottom. Waiting for a fight is not gonna happen. Chain. And more ways to do crazy amounts of damage. Could spell on him too.
Yep, spell the Aeon disc. They can catch the Brewmaster, spell the Aeon disc, and just focus fire him. More things. I mean, more buttons for JT.
Right.
But he's been making it work beautifully, even if he has all these.
39 minutes and Octarine core now completed. Overpoint next.
So impressed with the rest. They're disengaging, taking every single one of their battles. They're loaded in. Paparazzi
While scanning.
doesn't get the initial hooks. Up anyway. I think the defense matrix. As that one on there, it's gonna get taken.
We're here. It's tough no matter what happens. On himself.
Part of 80%, 95, 90%. And now Drow, same time, same as last time. Though you're not a Morphling for that positioning, but Ghost position, and that'd be a Scotty. So, we're seeing the disarms come into play versus the leader. Now it's the heal negation. And now we're in pressure also on 2 rounds at RP.
Stop.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Making it happen every time, so it feels like answer probably yes.
High ground. Panda there. Found by Paparazzi. They take it down. So keeping them in. This G almost connects.
Neutral items picked up. We saw a Timeless Relic for a lot more damage. Nothing this is able to actually ever stay around and cast these spells constantly, but she's not giving them the chances to. The setting cap on JT. Down. JT!
Next on the bottom of and that tinker in a world of hurt. JT just brings them down to death. Yes, they will. The bypass goes right there. Just get away from Shiro. I mean, no more. He's left. Now it's the couple LS. They can connect. They take him down once. JT tries to get out of there. The missile gonna find him after.
Paparazzi.
I mean, Paparazzi. The living offer the eagle. Paparazzi under control. Way to die. It was so well.
Should have taken
Oh
out
my
the
god!
science.
Oh god, Rush is up, and they don't have buybacks.
None of them have buybacks.
Oh god, buyback from Nothing to Say. It's perfect. He protects Shiro's defense matrix, blocks the damage from the Sunstrike, every little thing. Oh my god. You find a perfect opportunity with these buybacks.
Devastating.
Oh, we gotta see this again.
Oh, yeah. Found their mark, but once he used the rapture for the kill, it is too much. That one hurts.
Yep. That's
Dire's
everything.
middle tower is under
Instant
attack.
buyback. Yeah, we'll see it again. The Ghost BKB starts wearing out. Oh my god, I gotta run, but Nothing to Say. Up on high ground. And we're watching on the left side. It's Shiro versus Paparazzi, the battle that's going on in the meantime.
Dire's middle
Shiro
tower
drops to
is
what?
under attack.
100 HP or so, and then gets defense matrix stuff. Blocks, I believe, Sunstrike damage. Even E-bladed afterwards, so he can't get hit by zombies. Good god.
Dire's top
Oh, that
tower
was
is
so
under
good by
attack.
Nothing to Say.
What a boss.
Runs completely out of mana by the end of it. And
Dire's
now,
top
Refresher Lena, Agent Tinker.
middle tower
I mean,
is under
the
attack.
swing in gold and experience, it's everything.
Game's back to even.
I can't believe that just happened. Like,
I mean, Nothing to Say. Sometimes I just take her, and he just plays this unbelievable. Like, the literal perfect way he can protect his Lena, right? The E-blade to block zombie damage, defense matrix to block Sunstrike. What a boss. And now, He's next explosive and supports
Dire's
can't
bottom
pull.
tower is
You've got
under
this
attack.
overwhelming blink Shivas. Your supports just actually die in seconds.
I mean, you can see the Dota +1 probability switching as we are getting further and further into it. I think the big thing right now is Extreme have to avoid a fight. Like, you need 2 RPs to make this work. And they have to be pretty good ones, I feel like. I don't know, this is tough.
Dire's
On
bottom
JT,
tower
and he's
is
been
under
able to
attack.
deliver, right? So maybe he can continue to do it, but yeah, he's got to be cautious about these buybacks, and especially now versus Aegis too. And now, so I was actually wondering if Shiro would do this last time when he was playing versus the Magnus and stuff, buying just A on this. He does it this time around, so now he's the way to at least protect himself. He doesn't have Aegis. Supports.
PYW can't get into this fight right now. They're trying to make this work. Paparazzi pops his KB, Planet in trouble, starts to die, Sunstrike is not on the mark. A little bit rattled here.
Making it happen.
Stop.
JT,
Oh, there's nobody here to help him.
get me out of here.
Dude, I swear, like, these next couple of minutes, it's incredibly scary because obviously Tigger doesn't have buyback, but it's this window for Extreme. They take a bad fight, it could all come crumbling down.
Game could just end. Yeah, he could just lose the game immediately. And they're playing into Aegis. Jake, it's very difficult for him to get the catch up. That's the most exciting games in the last 12 hours. Jesus Christ. You have the even tiebreakers that are crazy spinning big games. Now we get this delivery from both these teams.
Yeah, it was the Dawn fight for Hellbiter.
Hey, come on, no. Oh, this is fantastic. I mean, there's nothing more you can ask for in these games. Super back and forth. XG leading and picking every perfect fight until one moment where LGD finds the moment to strike. Now they have AAA on disc, AAA on disc on the cores. This Aegis.
At him. Aegis get reclaimed or lane. The face now. Swung back and forth, and now very much feeling like LG have a foot in the door. Close this one out. For them, this was almost secure going to the major for LGD and for Extreme, keeping their hopes alive and forcing things towards maybe some type of crazy tiebreaker scenarios. But looking back, can't find plan.
Three lines to break smokes.
Oh, my Paparazzi turn there. He's got status resistance though. On the low ground, and JT in trouble. Evil Ace hits them. They got a quick shot. PYW already got JT is out of there. It's the perfect fight for LGD.
They never miss.
Takedown 4 in a matter of seconds.
Nothing to say has hit his prime. He
Dire's
level
middle
26,
tower
the
is under
overwhelming
attack.
blink the Shivas. He sees this Magnus for a second full spell. You can just LGD have totally turned this game.
How they do have buyback on Mag and the Invoker. They'd love to not have to use it, but if they jump onto Ghost, I mean, he can get, they literally jump onto him. He played out of Max 5X, trying to get their JT sneaking in, but immediately Bushwhack comes down Planet to break it. They do take down Why You Smile, but 3 buybacks. And now looking for more. They can't find it. JT can't find his moment.
They're just putting too much pressure onto him. They're jumping in his face, forcing him to use these weird RPs and stuff. He kept on cooldown still for grab. This fight. Look at his positioning, right? He gets caught over here on the left side. You'll see in a second. Nothing to say with overwhelming blink. It's causing absolute havoc.
Imagine if those two catapults right there, you know, it would make all the difference in the world, and this fight looks so different, but nothing to say. With the vision, feels confident going in.
You know, this is his specialty. Once you get to these later stages, it's just absolute chaos. Look at the hero damage. 52,000 for this taker. Next highest is 21k.
Just like that.
Now, wrap around.
T tried to find somebody. Things getting weird again. They find Planet finally. PYW, Paparazzi, they're on top. You get that pick up. And that feels like the first thing that's gone good for Extreme Gaming in the past 10 minutes.
Just they recovered their pretty big needs to have everything going in his field. Now have a chance to win fights.
You know, with Tinker, it almost feels like you're playing a fighting game or something in terms of like the momentum swing, because you can always be on the map. They give you no space to sort of settle down and reset and get the game back to neutral again. But they will find one here. So the Hex comes out, the A on this prop pops the ulti. They want to come in and take this after no to get away.
Yeah, it's so hard versus the Tinker, and nothing to say soon. He's got Bloodstone. Even if they catch him, he's gonna BKB in turn. He's gonna get so much lifesteal, so much damage onto these supports. Playing without BKB at this point now, I'm wondering if JT maybe wants to switch to build.
Yeah, immediately does it.
Okay. He had A on his cube. You can't play Dota versus Tinker without BKB. Like, the support just gonna evaporate. You're getting hit by overwhelming Blink and Shivas and mini stuns from Rock too, so I don't blame him for this. He needs to get BKB to be able to try to get the jumps off.
9k gold lead into the favor of LGD, and we've got a minute and a half until Roche is capable of respawning.
Double damage.
It's you can't feel safe as Extreme, even like playing and knowing that they might play for Roche, because LGD is just so fast-paced over the last couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Buyback status for them too, by the way. They almost have it back up on everybody for LGD, so they might try and make a run in here.
They'll have so much gold to be able to have those buybacks available. And I think everybody's doing Disc on their side. I know even has one.
They see him. EY in trouble. Want to get the tombstone off. Gets the pullback. There's the moment. Now the overthrow comes out. It was completely isolated. That's to say, on top of the rocket missile spam stuns. JT pops that refresher. Nothing to say. Leon just drops. Let's say how they get the connection down. Tornado on that draft. Have enough. Draft gets dropped. On a buyback. JT tries to get out of there. They keep the damage on him. Those turns, starts to punch, and it looks like you're going to be able to even run down Shangyu. Start to die, it's still there.
Middle barrel
More
under
hits.
attack.
Oh no. The RP during the tornado again. He was getting like a 3 or 4 RP and it just gets clipped with tornado.
Not what they needed.
So grim XG. GLD now with a massive window. Drow having to use buyback after dying. Oh boy.
See it here again in a moment.
It's so much pressure because this team is just blinking in their faces. He's trying to get the grab, missing BKB from Chiro. And you'll see in a couple seconds here. Actually, we won't be able to because there's not time.
Going in on him. Brent, downtown. Missile stun. Pop bot throws out one salvo of. Oh, good. Oh, not for nothing. Oh, lordy.
Good God. BKB's on cooldown for the Invoker as well, so can't actually look to contest in this next fight for 50 seconds.
I mean, the sort of big win here, at least for Extreme, is that Roche is not going to respond for a minute and a half. They need this time.
But they don't have buyback on turn point. On PSG.LGD, they have everybody with buyback available.
The Rubik has it ready. The swing has really gone completely into the favor of LGD. Just think about how in control Extreme were and get that finish onto these buildings.
That's why they're fixed, right? They went for the Tinker
Yeah.
at this final pick to be able to make sure they have instant scaling, and it took them some time to get it online, but we've now seen these last like 40 minutes or so how explosive and nothing to say can be. He's a critical mass.
But applies fears when ignited.
Dire are
Never
scanning.
seen a talent before.
Yeah. This one's by Brew. The other one is pretty horrible.
They do now looking out and see on the scan that somebody is in the pit, but it is not the one that they're still.
And fighting for XP at this point now in these type of open areas, it's so hard, right? Playing versus Tinker, your support they just can't get the fight because Tinker just kills him in seconds. JT's job is just borderline impossible.
Smoke out. Smoke did not
Dire's
connect on
top
paparazzi.
tower is
Did
under
think
attack.
that was happening right now. Obviously, we know that it is not, and got that Cinder not quite gonna connect.
They're just ready to jump in.
YW immediately gets the smoke. Now they get the lift. Drop it down. JT holds one. Bringing him up. Out of control. They get the stun. Wanted Brow. Shiro finding it, but now the turn wants him down. JT connects, but needs to blink out of there. Skewer back. Still has one left. Why? Bring them in further. Shiro. He's going a bit too far. Full combination is out. Nothing to sit there with the defense matrix, but it's not going to be enough. They kill off the Lina. That's the buyback. If he's used, and Tree dead too. That is double buyback with Roche up, and it's the fourth one.
Still have an RP ready to join JT. That's play there for paparazzi, finding the opening onto that Lina there for a sec. Yeah, the Roche. It's gonna be there for the Lina.
Do but they decide to move out again. I mean, it's a hard one to make happen, but with that one arc available, they could go for that magic moment.
Jiro cancels his box. Something happened there. Either way, he's gonna have to walk his way over. So sometime Bot be able to get out toward that Roche.
Then the dire scan.
A lot of buyback from PSG.LGD. They still have the Tinker one, the important one.
Going out there. JTE under control, down to half HP. That's gone 2 minutes. XG to run. They can't fight this right now. I don't think unless Ghost wants to stand tall.
Nothing to say.
Go to town. It's dangerous though. LSN out. He's fine. 2 minutes out and no mag, no drown. Paparazzi under control. They went to try and contest, but they will be punished. And I think that might be it. As they run down the lanes, LGD, they find it perfect.
They've finally done it. MVP, nothing to say.
Yeah.
Holy crap. I mean, what a Tinker performance. I mean, when we can in a second, of course, when they're getting this push, we should bring up those damage.
Dire's middle tower.
He's done everything for this team. It's insane. By also protecting his Lina in that top fight, but look at the damage. 71k. This was the last thing they needed. Buyback on
Now, Invoker's 300 away. So close to having it done. 60 seconds to Yorset. Free pass. They find the mag. And a chance. XG, they're going to go down to LGD. They reign supreme in China. Maybe not with the other teams that are there on top, but the police take that extreme.
It's now first time rank perhaps that could come out here. PSG.LGD have done it. They fixed their draft a little bit. Getting this last Tinker, it was beautiful. Supports could do nothing as we progressed.
How quick that started. It was that moment where it felt like Extreme had it in their clutches, they're grabbing on, and then